I think maybe a few people might be joining in as well. We are recording this class, just so you know. So hopefully when we're done here, maybe if you miss or if you want to like watch it again, maybe we can send it over to you. But we are recording the class, just so you know. So welcome to the Corporate Wellness Program. Thank you for joining, everyone. My name is Talita Barnaby. I am one of the Customer Success Manager here at Healthie. I am located in California. Like I told you, many of you, I am in San Diego. Today's class, the goal for today is to learn how you can use Healthie to offer your service and your service to other business. So we'll guide you how to create and sell to B2B customers while leveraging our client groups, our intake flow, package automation, recurring subscription, and a few other automations that we have within Healthie. So I'm excited to get started. Awesome. So as a provider, you probably already know how to do and how to care for your one-on-one clients, right? This is what you do within Healthie. You know how to offer those like one-on-one service. However, what we're trying to do today is how to help you impact it on a larger scale. So for our agenda, we have a few topics to determine what you'll be offering for your program, creating groups for each of your clients, organizations that you work with. I'll be sharing a few examples and we'll be creating one together. As soon as I'm done with this, I just have like a few slides, but then we'll be logging in into the Healthie platform and then walking step by step on how to do everything that we're talking about today. We'll be talking also how to build an intake flow for each of those groups to make sure that they're receiving the proper paperwork, inviting clients and their employees to access the Healthie platform for your programs and service, and also how to determine how to bill your clients for their programs and service. So the first thing before we get started would be, or even before you get started, right? Thinking about what you're going to be offering as this program to other business. Are you offering one-on-one sessions, group sessions, maybe self-guided programs? And then you also have to think, how are you going to be offering them? Are you be offering in-person events, live Zooms, recorded content through our programs? So there are many different ways that you can offer service. Of course, it depends how you want it to be offering, but there are many options in here. Before we dive in the process of creating groups, let's pretty much try to understand why this step is essential. You need to create groups in the platform. I'll be going over here in a little bit into our client groups. But I just wanted to talk about why creating groups is important. So when we create, by grouping clients together, you can streamline the communication. Applying them together, you can have specific settings, offer customization packages, service, making certain appointment types visible only for those groups, connecting the intake flow, and that way you can have a better experience for you and your clients that they are part of a specific group or an organization. Now let's just go ahead and get started. Let me pull one more thing. Awesome. So when we come into the Healthie platform, if we're thinking about offering our, sorry, I'm just, I was looking at the questions as well. Thank you so much, Jen and Chrissy, for being here and helping with the chat today. So before we get started, would be creating a group, right? So if we're thinking of offering your service to B2B customers, thinking of if me, Talita Barnaby, I am, let's pretend I am a dietitian and I want to maybe sign up Healthie, the actually platform, maybe offer my service to their employees. So maybe you as a dietitian, you want to offer your service to other gyms or maybe other business. And this is how we can do so by offering the B2B service which you're mostly more used to offering B2C, which is business to customers, and B2B is business to business. So this is what we're doing here today. The first step would be creating a client groups. Also, I do want to share this resource. We just released this article is for this class. So pretty much everything that I'm talking about in this class today, we do have in this article. It is very complex, but like I said, we're going to go step by step, but just in case you forget something, you can have this. So maybe save it, or if you just Google how to run a corporate wellness program with a Healthie, I'm sure you can come across this as well. So let's go back here. So first will be creating our client group, right? So when we go to our navigation bar here on the left, we have clients, we have our active clients, and we have our client groups. And here you can create as many groups as you like. So if you are a dietitian that you see like, I'm just giving the example of dietitian, that's what I'm gonna roll with it today. But of course, we know that many of you do have many different business running within Healthie, but just for the sakes of the class, I'll try to keep it as one example. So here, let's say that I am offering a service to Healthie employees, and I'm going to be offering maybe a one-on-one session to them and program information. And in here, what the best way to do is I can name the group. So when you're building this B2B programs, you wanted to make sure that you can keep things separate so we can like target each group properly. So the first step would be going here to our group, create a group, and here you can give any names to your group that makes most sense for you. So if you were offering your business like to Healthie or Nike or whoever it is, then maybe just give it that name. So here I'm gonna just say Healthie employees. And I'm gonna go ahead and create the group. So I can see now that this group was created right here. However, I can see that the intake flow that's created with this group is new clients 2024. And I probably do not want my group of Healthie employees to receive my regular paperwork. I want them to have like a unique paperwork. So let's go after that. So let's go to building our intake flow for our groups. We're going over here on forms. We're navigating over to the top on our intake flow. And some of the stuff you're probably, all of you are probably already aware of how to do it. I just wanted to show you, just to give you more specific examples. So when we're building our intake flow, we can create an intake flow here from the top right corner, create an intake flow. We can give it a name. So maybe giving the same name like Healthie employees. And then right in here, we're able to choose which group should use this intake flow. And that's important step that we wanted to make sure that we're choosing the group. So whenever those clients coming in, they're receiving the correct paperwork. I do have one already here created. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the three dots to the right, click manage. And in here is an example of an intake flow. So once you have this, what do you want to be offering in your intake flow? Maybe it's a set of forms, agreements, any documentation that your clients want your clients' employees to complete. Some of the examples that I have in here, it could be client patient registration form, health history form. Let me go ahead and drop what I have on the chat, just in case you want to like copy and keep those in mind. There you go. Employee goals worksheet, what to expect from the program, maybe some like consents and agreement, cancellation policy. So this is pretty much like a really great way for you to put out the paperwork for the clients to receive when they're first coming in and to have that completed. If you do need more information on creating the intake flow, we do have many other live classes that we teach, but here's another article that I just shared on the chat. Awesome. So here we have the Healthie intake flow, right? If for us to add it, whatever we needed to add it, we are going here on the, let me just make my window a little bit smaller because it was like on my way. Sorry, everyone. So right here underneath, we have add a form to the intake flow, and here's where we can add anything that we'll like to this intake flow. So we have billing information, insurance form. If, of course, this you're going to be charging the employee perhaps for the service, maybe you don't want to have billing information because these clients won't be actually be paying for the service. Maybe the employers will be paying for the service. So maybe leaving billing information out. But here's like a nice place that you can put anything that you needed. So once we have our intake flow created, right here, I can see associated groups. It says 0. So definitely we need to make sure to add our Healthie employees group. And I'm going to go ahead and update. Keep in mind that you could have an intake flow, like general intake flow with multiple groups linked to it. That's like a way to do it. But if you want to make this a very personable, high touch point with your customers, you can even say something, hey, welcome, and then maybe say here, hey, Healthie employees, I'm so excited to start working with you. This is what you are expecting for the next days, blah, blah, blah. So in here, you can make it very unique to the group that you're talking to. So that's why I do like the uniqueness of having one intake flow for each B2B group service that you're offering. But Healthie does allow you to have multiple groups with the intake form. So if you're going to have just like a more simple intake form where it doesn't mention at all the other business, then it's fine to do so. But sometimes with like B2B offers, the other service might want you to like mention something related to the, oh, this program is free based off blah, 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 or this program is being paid by ABC. So this is just some things to keep in mind. Awesome. So now that we have created our intake flow, I did show how to add the welcome message. We can just click it here to view. We have this little pencil that we can update the welcome message. You can write whatever you like in here. You just update. And let's take a look of what the intake flow looks like now. We have maybe just some information, some basic client information in here. I have a form. I don't know why my computer is moving a little bit slow today. There we go. I have some like SMART goal settings, look like some like short-term and long-term just to keep the client engaged. I have my cancellation policy. And that's how I have it in here. Of course, you can definitely add it a lot more to your intake flow. Awesome. So now if we have created our client groups and created our intake flow, now we wanted to think, how are you inviting the clients and their employees to access the Healthie and the program service, right? The next step in building your corporate wellness program is deciding how we're going to offer this. So of course, you might want those employees to have access to Healthie. So you know that we are able to manually add clients in, but there are a few different workflows that I wanted to show you that might be really helpful when you're working with the B2B scenario. So I have 2 workflows. Let me go ahead. I'm going to drop this on the chat as well. We have 2 workflows that I want to talk about. So workflow A would be inviting clients through a package link, or workflow B, sharing a sign up link via the clients tab. So since we are going to do workflow A first, let's go over to the billing, clients packages. And then let's say if we were to be sharing through a package with our clients, the best way in here is creating maybe a hidden package. So let's go ahead and do that. When we create the package right here on the package title, it is also visible to the client. So maybe let's keep in mind to keep it relevant that what you wanted to share. So here it can be Healthie employer program group. And I cannot type employee today. Healthy program group, but here you have your description. You can add it, probably also like a little disclaimer sharing what this is about, because if you think about it, if there's like a B2B service, you might not have the high level touch point with the client before they start working with you. If this is like the service that it's just like a part of like a benefit that they are receiving, you might want to share and hear exactly what they're signing up for. So maybe just giving like a little bit more color is be really helpful. Another thing that I love about this feature is introduction video. So adding a link here with a video of yourself. It doesn't have to be yourself, like your face in general, but just like a video talking about the service that you're providing, how you're providing, why you're providing, and why it's important. Why it's pretty much giving the client the why it's often important. And I do love the video. I know that many of you probably also do, but many doesn't. But just like an example is, I am right now, I am looking for speech therapists, and I am looking for other providers, and I want to know how those providers are talking to the children, right? Which I'm looking for as a mother looking for a speech therapist. So I have come across like a different like speech therapist platform that I can see a little video intro of the speech therapist sharing how she came about like working with children and what she's doing. And those videos has been really helpful of narrowing down the list of 100 speech therapists in my location down to like 7, and now I'm down to 2, and I just have to like make the appointment. But having this video, it really helped create the like connection of like, oh, okay, maybe I know this person, I'm looking forward to working with them. So it just gives that like really warm feeling that you can trust someone to work together. And especially if you're here at Healthie, you're probably offering some type of like health service. So just creating that one-on-one connection, it can be huge. The next one here is the package visibility. I would hide the package from all your other clients, so there's no risk of Susie, who does the one-on-one with you, to sign up for this corporate service that you're now offering, right? You probably don't want that to happen. So what you can do, you can hide the package. However, as you can see here, very small letters. When you embed the package, you can then, when you like share and embed the link, client is still visible to the clients. It's just like not visible in the client portal. So I would hide the package from all the clients. And then right underneath here, it's a very important automation. Automatically assign a group to a client when they purchase this package. Of course, we're going to talk about the purchasing the package. It can be a free service. It can be with a promo code. There are a few different options. We're still going to get there. But in here, it's important that you do want to group people together, right? That's why we created a group first. So in here, I'm going to go over and click Healthy Employees. So anyone that purchases or goes through the link of accessing the service, they're going to be put into the Healthy Employee group, which then is going to trigger the Healthy Employee intake flow, right? So everything is connected with a smooth form. So you don't have to be manually adding people in. You don't have to be manually sending paperwork. You want the platform to do this for you. So let's go ahead and click continue. Awesome. So in here now is the included service. What you want to offer is pretty much what we talked about on the first 3 minutes of the class. So are you offering, let's go ahead and add it here so we can see. This is all the appointments types that I have listed when we go. I'm not going to go there right now because then I'm going to lose this. When you go to the gear symbol in the top right corner and you go to settings, and on the left, you see calendar, you see appointments, and then appointment types. Right there, appointment types, this is where you can see here. Appointment types is pretty much the service that you're offering Healthy. So maybe as part of this bundle employee group, what are you going to offer? Maybe you're offering a group Zoom call, and that's all you're offering, and that's great. Maybe what you're offering is a program, like a do-yourself program. Great, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you are offering one-on-one sessions with you and a webinar. whatever that may be, you are able to put everything into one place. So when you're sharing with those clients, they can have access to the one-on-one, to the webinar, to the programs, whatever you put it in here. So for the sakes of this class, I'm going to leave the Let's Get Moving program because I do want to add a program. And then maybe let's do a webinar and a one-on-one with me. Maybe that's how I wanted to do. I'm going to, let's go ahead. You could, of course, have it renew if this is going to be like a monthly service and you want to offer one session with you a month, you can definitely do so. And then some of those settings can also be changed on the next step under pricing. We'll talk about that in a second. So this is how I'm having today. It is a one-on-one session with Talita. I have the December webinar 2023, and then also the programs. Let's go ahead and click continue. And then right here is the billing option. Do you want this to be a one-time, monthly? Of course, if this is going to be like a subscription that the employer is paying and it's monthly, maybe it's like $0 every single month, you are able to do so. Or if you did wanted to have this as like a high ticket cost, so with like a promo code, you can definitely do that as well. So let's say if you had this, for like $100, but then you create $100 promo code, and in order for clients to have access to it, they have to enter the promo code. That's definitely an option. For this one, I'm leaving the billing frequency for one time. I am going to put it $50, just because we're going to create the promo code. And let's go ahead and create a package. Another thing that I did not mention is right here, we're able to change the image, right, of this. So it can be, maybe you can do a combination of logos. So if it was me, Talita Barnaby, maybe I have the business called Barnaby Nutrition, and then Healthie, maybe I can put it like somewhere like a logo of Barnaby Nutrition and Healthie together to show the clients that we are here together, working together as a team. If you wanted to create a promo code, right here on the top right corner where it says more, manage promo code, right in here is where we can add our promo code. So if we were to click create a promo code, you can put it like a very unique name in here. Healthy 2023. You are able to choose the percentage off or the amount off. If it is percentage, you can just do like 100% or the amount. I'm going to do percentage. And then right here, making sure that it applies only to the package that you want to. So this one, Healthy Employees. If you were offering those evergreen subscriptions pretty much, and the employers is the one paying for it, you do want to apply, and you're using the promo code, you do want to apply to every payment, right? So every single payment, the 100% off coupon is applied to the package. So you're able to do so here. You're also able to put like an expiration date and have a total limit of users. So maybe if you are signing up like an employer-based company, maybe you're signing up with Healthy, and let's pretend Healthy has 100 employers, you can go ahead and limit to 100. So you know that no one outside of Healthy will be able to like have access within the limit that you have it in here. Of course, if you are sharing the package outside, others might be able to have access. So that's why it's important to create like a unique promo code as well. So let's go ahead and create a promo code. Awesome. So now let's go back to our package and talk about how we are sharing with our clients. So let's go all the way back. I have to like clean up this, right? We have like so many packages created. If we go all the way to the bottom, we are able to share just the package that you wanted to share uniquely. Of course, you can add it to the website. Maybe even this other company, this other business can also add to the website. You can add a sharing link. Maybe with the sharing link, they can make like a QR code and make a flyer and post it at the gym that you've made this partnership with. Maybe with this link, if the other company has internal communication channels like Teams and Slack. What are others out there? I'm not sure, but I know of Teams and Slack. So let's say that this company like Healthie, we have a Slack channel, and let's say this new service you're offering to us, maybe if okay on the general channel, maybe you can share, like you can ask the employer to share the link. Hey, share this link with your clients and they can easily sign up and have access to the service. So this is like a nice way to show the B2B service that it is easy to work with you, right? You have a workflow that it's not going to be too much work for them to have access to this. All they have to do is click on the link and sign up for it. In here, let's go ahead and see the live version of it. Awesome. So if I had like the unique image on the top, it would show like my logo on the top. I have all the information. Maybe I have a little disclaimer. If I had a really good video explaining exactly what people are getting today, it would be showing right in here where I am doing this little circle. And then I can also see that in this, it looks like I'm having access to a program called Let's Get Moving. I am getting 2 appointment sessions. I have a one-on-one session with Talita, and I also have a webinar. Great. This is $50. I would go ahead and apply the promo code in here. Of course, Talita forgot the promo code. Oh, that was an easy one. Healthy 2023, we can apply. I just realized that this will not let me go through just because I am logged in into the platform as a provider. So the platform won't let you behave as a client when you're logging in as a provider. So I do not want to log out right now because then I have to like log back in. But this pretty much will be the smooth process for the clients. The payment information will go away because they have the promo code, and then they'll be able to enter their information. So like name, last name, phone number, and email, and they'll purchase the package. The other workflow that I didn't mention, it was, sorry, let me just make this a little bit smaller. The other workflow that we didn't mention was sharing from the clients tab. So under here in the navigations tab on the left, we have clients. And then we have this little button here that sometimes is overlooked that it says add a client. Great, but I don't want to be adding clients manually, right? Maybe you do sometimes, but in this case, I don't. If you hover over to the side, it says share invite link. Right here, it's important that you can share, you can choose right here, healthy employees, and then share your provider. So with this link, you could share, and then the same way, there's like a unique link that you can share on a newsletter, on Slack, on Teams. You can print it, make a QR code, make flyers. You can do whatever you want with this unique link. This link is going to take clients to, let's see if you let me open. Awesome. This link is going to take me here where I can create an account. Once I create the account, if I put in my name, Talita, the last name, email, and create a password. Once I create a password, because I chose to put the clients into this group, Healthy Employees group, they're going to be automatically added to this group and then receive the proper intake flow. If you didn't have like appointments linked to it, like service, then that's a really great way. If you're only offering like a program, you are able to put it directly here in the program who has access to it. So like this Let's Get Moving program, for example, if I click edit and I go over to clients, I am able to add clients group in here. So I could add healthy employees so they can have like access to this starting January 1st and so on. So this is that's why it's like really important before you even make an offer to like a B2B company, just make sure that what you want to offer. Of course, you can go over to them and you can say, hey, I am able to offer ABC, and then you can have like some type of negotiation with the service of what you wanted to offer. But just having like a clear sales point of what you're offering. Are you offering a program? Are you offering a class? Are you offering a one-on-one service? Just making like a very clear, it's really helpful. So that will also help you know how you want to share this, right? If you're going to share and invite clients through the client link, or if we're going to be sharing through the client package. I personally love the client package just because it's like a really nice experience for the client to see exactly what they're getting versus just putting their name in the browser. But that's why we have so many options within Healthie, right? This, we're trying to give you the tools and you are able to do anything that you wanted with the platform. So here we talked about creating client groups, going over the intake flow, sharing the package, creating the package, linking those to the correct group, and also under the clients tab, we review how to share the invite link as well. We are really great time in here. I am definitely I see there's a lot of messages on the chat. Sorry, I am not able to keep up with them, but I am saving at least 7 minutes, 10 minutes to the end of the class before, so we can go over any questions that you might have. So the next step would be, how do you bill for those corporate clients directly, right? So now you have all the service, but you also need to get paid. And how are you going to do that? So there are many ways that sometimes in a B2B service, you can, if the company, the corporation is paying you maybe outside of Healthie, that's also an option. But if you want to try to keep your business, everything under the same umbrella, you are able to do so here. So a few different ways would be option one, invoice the employer for the service that you offer. Or the other option, it can be if you're like maybe collecting insurance as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Just give me 1 second. So right here, when we go to billing, we can go over to payments. Awesome. So right here, if the payment came from outside of Healthie, you could definitely also mark it in the system for you. So you could say outside payment, the Healthie company or whoever, the gym membership, they paid you outside of Healthie. So you're able to say if it was like an outside payment. But another way that I do like it, it is right here when we create an invoice. We can say other products and service. And then right here, the recipient, we can say other. So you are able to put it the company name. So this is like really like the best way to do to invoice a client from Healthie. So you could say here like Healthie, the person that you spoke to at the company, their email, maybe their address. And then here you can say you're paying for packages for 50 employees, right? So like writing a little bit more of information on this box of exactly what the service is, adding the date of the service and then the amount total, and then you can preview the invoice. So maybe let's say it was $2,000 service that you're offering. Let's see if it's going to let us preview. There we go. So this right here, you can go ahead and create the service. And if you have like the email, you can send it over. And once they pay, everything would be under the Healthie umbrella. But of course, if you are accepting maybe insurance for the service, you are able to as well. So what I recommended in here is under your forms and intake flow. would it be directly adding, let's see, manage, and then collecting insurance information. So this is even if it's like an employer base, but as part of like their health benefits, they do have access to like a dietitian for a one-on-one appointment. Then the insurance will cover the service, right? So the employer doesn't have to pay additionally for it. So this, I would suggest adding the insurance form to your intake flow, just so you don't have to follow up later with this, and probably marking it required, because clients would have to have this type of paperwork in order of moving forward. Of course, if insurance is not applicable to you, then probably just sending the invoice directly to the B2B service. I know that I share a lot today. I see lots of questions on the chat. Great questions, everyone. Do we have any, let me stop sharing my screen. I am happy to like go back to sharing my screen, but any questions, anything that the team feels it's like worth mentioning? Chrissy, Avanti, Jen, thank you so much for being here and helping out on the chat. Let's see. Yeah, of course. Thank you for being here, Kimberly. How would you report to employers where employers use this service? Great question. Let me go back actually to the Healthie platform. Awesome. So we do have reports right under here on the bottom. And one thing that I do love about your putting everything into groups is that you can like follow up later, right? So right here, you could then download a report and see who is active on those servers. Another way to, even before I get to reports, just give me 1 second. When you go to programs, let's say this Let's Get Moving program, let's view. Right here, the clients, I can see the progress of my clients. If this was like a do-it-yourself program type of thing, you could see, oh, your employees are doing great. They are 16% of like ABC, or they have completed their goals. So just creating the like interaction with the clients, it can also be really great. We do have like client goals that you can create. We do have like many other like live classes that we can teach of like how to create that connection and the engagement with your clients. But definitely then also let's look at the reports. Right here, we could pull a report on client activity that we could like look at it to see if the clients what are they doing in the platform. You could just pull a report on that. Does that clarify your question? I think I lost the question of who he was. He was Jared.
Yes, it does. Thank you for that. I just would add on, when you hit that last report in terms of clients, is it going to download the whole group, or is it going to just download the individual client that you request?
Yeah, so this one you will download so all the reports within Health is like a CSV file. So a CSV is like a very raw format type of like data. And then all you have to do is like put into like an Excel or Google Sheets. And of course you could like filter out by groups. We are actually planning on teaching a class on this next year, because we realized that it's a little bit complex dealing with like CSV files in the Healthie platform. But pretty much if you like downloaded the client's activities and you put it into like a Google Sheets or Excel, you could like filter out and look just at the specific groups.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. So at the end, if you do want to have access to the recording of this class, let's see, because I see some questions like that. We can send you directly via email. Definitely feel free to reach out to us also to hello@gethealthy.com if you have any questions, but we'll be following up with you with the recording as well via email. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Avanti. So yeah, if you want a copy, just reach out hello@gethealthy.com just to make sure we don't send the recording to people that maybe do not want the recording. So yeah, if you want, just request it and we'll send it your way. Do we have any other questions?